when the placements were going to start, and I was like, oh, I need to get serious about it. So initially I was planning for masters, and that's why like I was honing myself in that way. But then I changed my direction in the mid. I was like, I have to, at least sit for placements, give it a shot. So I started preparing for it. I went through some of the videos like everyone does. I did, for me, crash courses were the best because it's like you have 8 hour, 9 hour long video in one go, and you just like you can play it and like know everything. I had this pretty notebook where I used to make notes and everything. So I, I did my grind at that time. I even uninstalled my Instagram, deactivated from there because like नहीं हो रहा था placement. So yeah, a lot of companies did start coming for internships as well. But I was very choosy, picky at that time because, of course, there was no, what do we say, recession. There was no recession at that time. I mean, it was just hitting. It came at a later stage. So I was choosy because now I recommend all the kids who are, going through the same phase to not be choosy because you will lose opportunities that way. So the juniors, I always tell them that please don't be picky, but I was picky. I was like, nahi, matlab, I don't, itne kam pe to nahi apply karna hai and all that. तो जो मेल्स आ रहे थे मैक्स ऑफ देम आई इग्नोर्ड and some of them जो बहुत अच्छे थे, like there was one I got rejected from Informatica, but why मतलब I was not that keen in going there. One company जिसका मेरे को बहुत ही ज़्यादा खराब लगा was Chubb. So I was all set to give the interview. वो भी I was interested in going in that company because they were like they'll start the internship in your fourth year. And I wanted to leave my college badly. I was like, निकलना है मेरा हो गया. So I was like, ये यहाँ तो जाना ही है. I'll get to go on site and do my internship. I was like, I have to apply for it. So काफी hope के साथ I gave my first interview. And I was like, इसमें तो हो ही जाएगा बिकॉज मैंने इंटरव्यूअर की पूरी बैकग्राउंड देख ली थी लिंक्डइन पे. ही हैड 6 years of SQL experience. I was like, he's gonna ask SQL majorly. I got that idea around it. तो मैंने लास्ट में पूरा रिवाइज कर लिया था बिफोर माई इंटरव्यू. एंड देन व्हेन आई वाज देयर एंड आई गेव माई इंटरव्यू, आई रियली फेल्ट दैट आई डिड गुड. लाइक वो एक होता है ना कि हाँ भाई आपने सब अच्छे से आंसर किया, यू विल डू इट. एंड देन आई गॉट रिजेक्टेड first interview. I was like, what just happened? I cried. I cried that night. I called my parents. I was like, मम्मी नहीं होगा मुझसे, मेरा इसी में नहीं हुआ तो मतलब and all that. And next next day, the very next day, we got a mail from college कि Microsoft is coming to campus.
Oh.
I was like, जब इसमें ही नहीं हुआ तो उसमें क्या? I was like full of in that like negative space.
Disappointment.
मतलब yeah, I was like अब इसी में ही नहीं हुआ तो Microsoft तो कहाँ like नहीं होना है. Yeah, and then I did not apply. I did not apply when the college sent the email.
Okay.
Then we
Apply.
got, then I mean, I was like, नहीं मतलब होना ही नहीं है, I was in that state कि इसमें ही हूँ. जब मेरा reject हो गया, इतना अच्छा interview किया, फिर भी I got rejected. तो इसमें तो क्या ही होगा. And then I got another mail. It was a reminder mail from the college side, apply for it and all that, which was like 2-3 days later. And I was like, okay. तब तक I was out of that zone. I was like, ठीक है, चलो कर देते हैं apply. Let's give it a shot. And then उसके बाद I gave my first interview. I was like, I mean, I was like, नहीं होगा मेरा.
क्या
Because
पूछा
मेरा
interview में?
okay, so during the interview they asked me about like tell me about yourself. That's how every interview starts. I told them the journey and everything, blah blah blah. And then uske baad he asked me a question in arrays. I don't remember actually. It's been a long time.
No.
Yeah. He asked me 2-3 questions. He asked me a networking question as well, which was shocking. Matlab, I was like, networking का question, well, you can't imagine that. But he did ask me. And मैंने जवाब भी दिया उसका. Shocking. And yeah, to be honest, it did not go as well as I thought. And last May, the interviewer asked me, ki, if you get to go to the next round, hypothetically, what changes would you make in yourself? I told him I would learn to articulate my projects well because I could not explain about my projects this moment way. Like अच्छे से I could not. I maybe it was I don't know. I just was not able to. Then I was like I would learn to articulate, and then he laughed, and then he was like okay. So it ended on a good note, and yeah, I got shortlisted for the next round, and the next round was as appropriate. Um, and
Next
then they
round, the
asked,
second round.
yeah, it was a similar basis, matlab, about yourself. They also go through your resume, like whatever you have written, mentioned in your resume. तो एकदम ऐसे line by line उन्होंने किया था वो. So I was pretty nervous क्योंकि we often add things जो हमें याद भी नहीं रहती है. So yeah, I added those stuffs, and yeah. So that was the whole thing. And I think I have talked about my interview process in one of my videos, but I think I've like lost a lot of points here. But I mean, I've missed a lot of points here. So yeah. And then, yeah, like, I mean, I got the placement thing, and then it was full time, so no internship. So my fourth year was purely, you know, studies, college, and just chilling.
Enjoyment, enjoyment.
Yeah, like you can say that. Yeah, that's when I started my YouTube as well. I was like, okay, let's do something productive in life.